So, folks, welcome. Okay, all right, folks, we are going to be right back, so please don't go away. This is Spoon Talk. I'm sorry, Nimba Decides. Uh, Please bear with us in the next few minutes. The team will be joining us here. We were live for 8 hours. That is why we had to go off. We were live for 8 hours. That's how Facebook had to cut us off because we went beyond the time limit. Okay, so please bear with us as we switch between. As we switch between, please don't go away. Stay with us as we go back to switch between. Yeah, cool.
Okay. Thank you guys for moving with us. Thank you for following us. This is important. Uh,
We were that live went for 8 hours.
yep, yep.
Good day, you gotta leave Billy, my man. You gotta leave Billy, my begin. Otherwise, I
Oh, we
can't your
just
inbox.
wasn't better than better again. We should not
No,
bring
you
Cap
know what I
again.
can do? I come in your inbox again, Joanna.
You threatened it, man.
But I man know I can do in your inbox.
No, remember Benedict, our man. Let's tell him the truth. He blown up. He
No, but
blown
my
up
man
when he
was
was
discussing
wrong.
Billy again. Finish the poor wants to happen in inbox.
Yeah, we getting our guys ready. How you call him? Dama is almost in Saniquity. I'm talking to Dama. He's almost in
Yeah,
Saniquity.
I'm doing
He
extremely well.
he should be coming on here, and the guys they are trying to do all they can to come on. But ladies and gentlemen, a band of peaceful election. We are grateful. I know everybody.
You know
Can we
what? 1
bring?
hour,
Can
12
we bring?
minutes to closing
Can we bring
process.
the radio on, James? The guys in studio, can they come on? James, go there. James. So, what happened
Santos,
is
we
that
have
we
1
just,
hour, 12 minutes to close the polling centers.
yeah, yeah, one
Yeah,
hour, 12 minutes to
it's
close.
4:48 now in Liberia, so it's 1 hour, 12 minutes.
Yeah, that's why the guys are trying to break up and make sure
Yeah.
that things are done accordingly.
So I
But
already
let me,
on
but
their
let me,
phone.
yeah, let me.
It's
So
6
chat.
or 8 o'clock in code 6, right?
6 o'clock, like Brent time 6.
So let me hear you guys now.
Except they extended, except next decide, maybe because certain things they add an hour.
Well, a band peaceful, there is no reason to extend. We will not extend it.
Maybe some areas open late now. Maybe some areas open late.
All right. So district number 1, great. Your prediction.
No, you know the prediction in district 1 that either prediction 1, 2. Either obviously we know that either prediction in district 1, 2. Okay, we is not hidden. It's a public record. You getting me?
You say, I can hear you. I'm waiting for you. Go ahead.
Yeah, either will win district 1. That's my prediction.
Okay, so either what was district number 2?
Yeah, she will win district number 2 too. My prediction.
District number 3.
District number 3. Yes, she will win district 3.
So you can win either all the district, then district.
No, I give her 1, 2, and 3.
You give her 1, 2, and 3. What about we talk about 8 and 9? So you say either will win 5 districts.
Yeah, I give her 1, 2, 3, 8, and 9.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm very certain that she will win 8, she will win 9, she will win 1, she will win 2, and then she will fight until she win 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I gave her 1, 2, 3, and there is a battle between she and Yellow in 3, and 7, 8, and 9.
So you gave her everything that Greg gave her now.
No, he said no.
But
I know. I said 3.
Great, let the man talk. Great, let the man talk.
I said 3. I said 3. There's a battle between she and Garrison in 3. What I'm hearing,
I'm asking what you gave her. Don't give me battle.
Well, I said to you, I said 1, 2, 7, 8, and 9. 3, I have problem.
1, 2, but then without counting 3, we don't want your problem. We just want what you gave her up front. So you gave her 1, 2, 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah.
Okay. You gave her 1, 2, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. We'll wait and see. You guys giving her the. So you're taking 7 from Mike Blavion, and you're giving it to Edith Kev. That's interesting. Wow.
Yeah, because
you just told me that Kev, you just told us before flipping over that Mark was going to win 7. That's what you said.
Listen what I said. You can call it tape. I said Mark could win 7, he's going to win 7, but Edith might win it also.
So,
but what I'm getting, listen now, when I'm getting, folks are telling me that she's strong.
Just 2 seconds. You say,
I guess the life thing. What I'm getting is she's pushing strong there. No, seriously. As we speak, I'm getting a life here. She's strong there. But again, the main issue what I'm looking at is the 4, 5, and 6, especially 4 and 5. If everything I'm hearing, and I repeat again, in everything I'm hearing, if it's whole, what his name is in big trouble. Koga is in big trouble. You guys can call. You can call your sources. What I'm hearing.
Thank God while you're hearing and you're making a good point here. Anything can happen. That I agree.
What I'm hearing, if that
whole can happen, that I agree. Let me bring in. I'll bring in Lorena. Let's go to the phone line. We will be going to our guys in Nimba County. Let's go to the phone line. Bring in Lorena. Is she there, Haji?
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, let's go to the phone line. Let's hear our people want people. Nimba Kwado. Let's hear Nimba Kwado. Our people want people. Is very important for you to tell us what you think. And this is we have for another few more minutes, and we'll run straight into our 8 p.m. election time. Don't forget, it's gonna be big. We're gonna have all the guys with our analysis post-election. Results will be coming in. We want to say to you, this is Nimba we are talking about is huge. I want to hear you call in right now. The number is 609-649-4206. A lot of different things happening here, a different play happening here. I don't know the whereabouts of the candidate, how they're feeling right now, but I can say to you though, a ban of peaceful election. And if this should continue, we pray it should continue that way. We would say kudos to Gregory Coleman and the Liberia National Police and the National Election Commission for conducting one of the peaceful election under this administration. Let's go to the phone line, Lorena Honoré.
Sir, one of our correspondents is asking that we call him because according to him, there is some kind of a disruption trying to go on there. But let me take.
You want to bring it in by the link, or you want to call him?
Yeah, he said the internet is bad. So
then
James,
call him. Let's hear him. Call him. Let's hear him. James is not on right now. Call him, please.
I'll do that. So, sir, please be taking callers from your end.
Colin, we wait for you. I'm just going to go by the Honorable Gray. Honorable Gray, we're getting misinformation on these different districts, Honorable Gray. Something is not adding up. Low morale. And it's concerning, folks. Do you think the opposition, and I mean opposition, do you think they did that which they were obligated to do?
I think, Stanton, to be frank with you, everyone play his or her role. In my mind, to be frank with you, maybe there is this voter fatigue. Sometimes it happens in the election about the uphold of the existing representation of the county or the uphold of the government that they voted into power, the expectation. What did they expect? That could lead to voter fatigue. I'm telling you something serious. Some people will say, but we voted. I spoke to a lot of people behind. I won't say after the election, we'll talk all of these things. I already spoke to a lot of people. I spoke to a lot of friends who supported Unity Party. In fact, I went to Jackie, a place called Jackie. I met the whole group there, the whole crew. We had a lot of conversation, and I come to realize that some people felt that, look, we voted the people, but we can't see nothing coming out of it. And the absence of Prince Johnson is a significant setback, I can tell you, in terms of voter turnout. The absence of Senator Johnson. The guy was very robust, very firing. He gets into the process, he knows how to evoke the spirit of the voters. So yeah, so the uphold of the government, the performance of the current administration, their lawmakers, whether they gave him back and all of those things. But it's a kind of a referendum. I think we should have it as a discussion after the election. But it's just a very important standard I want to end. You talk about the peaceful election. We should give the people of Nimba first the credit. For peacefully going to the pool, that's the first credit we should get. The last thing here is that one of the places the problem can really come, not just going to vote, but the counting process. Let's pray that the counting process will end up also peacefully. And tonight, then maybe you have to start doing some announcement and if we on air whatsoever. But we should be concerned about the counting process. That's the most intense. That's the turning point in the election process. That's the climax point of the election process. When you begin to count, that's when you hear people shouting on the side, other people yelling on the side, some people making confusion. Because the reason why I keep emphasizing on those 2 to 3 districts, they have a history of destroying the ballot boxes. Yeah, that are almost 2 different elections. Okay, so we have to be concerned about those results coming from those areas and the counting process. The counting process at night. Some people say, "Oh, the ballot paper, the man voted this way." The other person say, "No, you shouldn't just count it." And all of those arguments, the torchlights they will be using, lack of electricity. Some of the villages are very remote. On the networkers, they take to move from one area to another, and all of those things. So let's just keep our finger crossed, but we must appreciate the people of Nimba County at this critical juncture that at least they've been able to keep the peace and stability in Nimba County. We must appreciate them for that. And it's about time those who they turn up to vote, especially they need to turn up to vote. I want my people in either area to turn up to vote. That's what I want.
Yeah, but I'm concerned here, Honorable Gray. Edith been back, and let's just face it, let's be serious. If this election goes against Edith, people got to understand that at the end of the day, they will have themselves to blame. You understand where I'm coming from, right? You were one of those that said, listen, I'm going to support Edith. I'm going to come out. Though you favor the 3-way, endorsement from CDC, but you went directly into the EDF camp. Do you think opposition didn't do 100% in supporting EDF? Do you think if they were to go all in, now you can tell Garrison to stay in the race, you can tell, like you call him, Mike Leon to stay in the race, but if, and only if, EDF had the financial support, the motorbikes, the cars, and everything, do you think EDF will be trading like this? The morale from the EDF camp is dwindling.
No,
From
I think
everything we are getting though.
because mind you, Tawan going to throw some votes. I didn't talk about that to help either in the process. But I will say this much to you. You know, every election has its own situation. Every election. The CDC strategy, I think that's where we want to go. To support the candidate was in the best interest. I know what I'm talking. I know the conversations that we had behind the scene. Okay. But that was in the best interest. This election came with its own flavor. We may not understand in the public now, but I can understand why the CDC took this decision, and that's the best decision. Any political party who are taking the decision that's in the CDC case.
On the line, please.
Yeah, I think
okay, thank you very much. Sorry, let's get up there. Who's the correspondent? Let him come in, please.
Victor Cooper. Yes, Victor, you live.
Thank you, Lorena. It's a pleasure being on the show. So we now live in the Sanford to Kuyatli. So Kuyatli is the Haji district.
Haji, put Victor name under there. He's calling for Nimba. Pull it up. Let it roll, Haji. Go ahead, Lorena.
But then upon our arrival, there was a crowd in front of the precinct center. So they got passed to find out. The place comprised of just 3 Liberian police officers who are assigned to the place. But then we have followed thorough investigation that there are some supporters of a political party, referred to as independent political party. But in an interview, one of those guys we spoke with said he is a supporter for Madam Ile Congo, where they are about 4 in numbers. They came as observers. So he said they came this morning and they arrived about 10 o'clock. So the PO said they came late. So they will not enter the fence. But then they said, we'll get out of the tent and we'll be out here directing people who to vote for. According to his own information, he said he was angry while he said he was late. So according to the information, they have been out of the building, passing at the window of the polling place. When people go to tell you, say, vote for this person. So when the PO try to raise a concern, they are in the PO saying that they will be here, they will not leave the place. But then police are intervening. They are pretended like they have left the precinct center, but they are sitting on the other side and waiting, saying that they will see to hear that the election result will stop the car in their favor, according to the government noise that makes it on the scene. Look at the police from a local country who are also passing in the country and part of the process. They just arrived on the scene and they are giving a card here that not one of them would be on the scene. So as the speed police just left 2 security, making 5 on the scene now. And if anything that should be an allowance.
Which district?
Victor, which district are you calling from?
District number 4. District number 4 in a town called Sopiapli. That's the town. It is shared Banjo, district number 3.
So how many pool? Which candidate pool washers present right now?
They only have one.
Victor.
Yeah.
Who are which candidate pool washers are present?
You got just 3 candidate pool washers right now. You got 1 independent, you got 1 CNC, and you got 1 MDR. So the rest of the 4 they are not around.
So either don't have a pool washer there. Can you ask him?
Either Congo does not have a pool washer there, Victor.
She doesn't have a pool washer in here. That pool washer we stole now on the team list.
Okay, so that's just the independent.
Yeah, right there.
Okay, hold on 1 minute. Tell Victor to hold on 1 minute. I'm going to bring in Emmanuel Yato. So hold on, Emmanuel. I'm going to bring in the EDF campaign person on. Haji, can you put Emmanuel Yato name under the live feed? Again, we have the chairman of the EDF camp, Chairman Emmanuel Yato. Emmanuel, so the independent candidate, let's just start with Victor right here. That's EDF candidate who is an independent candidate, a poll washer. So talk to me. Welcome to the show. You live.
I'm saying when I pick up the tag, and then has classified EDF as independent. So whenever you hear independent, is where EA has been the candidate. And what we noticed, we have a problem. We have 1,400 people deployed. But NEC has advised some of these people to deny us the right to participate by saying that they must have a voter card, especially those who are from out of the county. We've challenged that, and I'm happy to say that they have reversed that decision. So I will guarantee you, about 6 o'clock, every single polling place will have a representative there. So NEC was falsely saying that you must have a voter card in order to be a poll watcher. There's absolutely nothing in the rules that says that. It says you must have an identification, and the identification that the government recognizes is your driver's license. The government recognizes your passport, your national ID.
How'd you change the name?
To some extent, your voting card. So we are confident that we will cover every single poll come 6 o'clock. We started very late because it was very hard to understand to deploy 1,400 people. Nobody, not even Koga, has 1,400 percent deployed. This morning in solving District 9, we were the only person there. So whenever you see independent, that means it's either going to go away. It's not anybody else.
So we try to understand you, and again, thank you for reaching out. Right now, we can say that you are covered all over, or not yet?
We say now, yes, we are covered. There are some exceptions in District 6. We are working on that because some of the folks, I think about 3 polling centers, did not have poll watchers because their car broke down. But we're saying now that, yes, substitute is arrived and they're already in there. So NEC is not denying us because we didn't have ID. They deny us because they say they want a voter card, and we didn't say we want to vote. We say we want to pull one. So they reversed the decision, and I will guarantee you, Stan, by 6 o'clock, every polling center will be covered. We are, look, in the district like 6 and 5, where we don't expect to be the winner, we will have the tally sheets. Because we have people who will be, we can take their tally sheet and the record of it. So I will guarantee you, and we've invited Spoon to see our tally war room. You will see live every single vote that was cast. If they are confirmed by the tally sheet, we will publish it. If they're not, we will say to you that these tally sheets need to be verified. But I'm very happy. We have everybody.
Are we talking about, so Chairman Yato, you got a lot of people watching you. We want to be grateful that you called it in. Are we talking about, are you satisfied right now with the process?
I'm saying to you, as of right now, I'm satisfied, but 10 minutes ago, I was not, because NEC had an instruction to deny us of participation through the ID. And I challenged that, and I'm satisfied now that all of the officers have reversed it, and they say they need an ID and not a voter card, because we don't want to vote. Okay, if they can't vote, they can't vote. But they'll participate in the counting of the ballots and the verification of the ballots. Look, Stan, the numbers are the numbers. This, I expect, will be 35% turnout. It has never, in the history of Nimba County, 38, 40%. So it's not going to be any different, even when Prince Johnson was on the ballot. I'm saying to you, we've expected this, but if you come to District 1, we will beat them 2-1. Will they beat us in District 6? Yes. But I'm saying to you, our turnout is better than District 6. All indications for District 4 is that our turnout are better. So it's a simple majority. And here is going to be declared the winner as of tomorrow, because my tally sheets, if they're in my hand, I will tell you. And you as Spoon Network will witness for the first time live on every tally sheet being entered. If we don't have a tally sheet, we will say we don't have it.
Okay, so at the end of the day, Emmanuel Yato, are they going to extend the time here? What are you hearing?
They're going to accept what?
Are the NEC going to extend the time for people to come in and vote? Do we going to have extension in time?
No, no extension.
Okay.
No, people are voting. No extension. And we're cool with that. Without the extension, they're giving up to the vote. They have not denied. Look, they have not suppressed on our end. Koga, we did not allow him. All the cheating he planned, it didn't work. I told you that if he's thinking that he will stop the ballot after it's counted, he's wasting his time. We are going to announce our results. The law says that the tally sheet must be signed by the first place winner and the magistrate. So if I have my tally sheet signed, you can't care what's in the ballot box. Let me go steal the ballot box tonight. I will announce tonight to you, if I have the tally sheet, I will announce to you that we have won or we have lost that particular precinct. And there's nothing they can do about it because that's what the law says. We have a right to the sheet if we come 1 or 2. And I will announce it.
So where is your camp? Where is your camp? Where is your camp right now? The Edith camp. Where are you guys based? Your war room?
We are based in Encounter, and we are set up. We have a projection. We've invited Spoon. Spoon will be there. Legacy will be there, and he will show us precinct by precinct the actual proof, and you will see it as they come in. We'll tell you. So stay tuned. You will have a long night. Because
we understand we're going to be here, and you're right. And you're right. It's a long night. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Emmanuel Yato, the chairperson of the Edith Governor campaign. Chairman Yato, again, any last word to your folks out there? How vigilant you want people to be? Which district are you concerned about right now?
I'm saying to people in Nimba County, thank you. Because whoever you select today will not be a Nimba senator. He will be a Liberian or she will be a Liberian senator. And your vote is important. We are saying to you, we know the number. It's a simple majority. We will not win 4 and we will not win 5, but we'll win more than we are deserved because 1, 2, 7, 8, 9 is ours to win. I will show the proof to you that when all said and done, we will win about 5 of the 9 polling centers. And we will compete so that a simple majority will be established and we will be the victor at the end.
Do you have any question, Gray, real quick, and Kev, before you leave, because he's very busy?
Yeah, basically, let me tell you, Yato, thank you very much. We are inspired along with you. Thank you, because the war room is put intact, and my prediction is your prediction that we'll win 5 of the now electoral district, and we'll fight in the other ones to get the necessary number to pull the difference. So again, that's the same prediction that I've made. So again, thank you very much. I appreciate you, and let's keep the peace. Please keep their eyes open because the counting time is when really we should be concerned about that night because some areas may not have electricity. Let's be very vigilant. Let the forces stand up to the occasion and ensure that we protect the peace and stability of Nimba County. Thank you, Nimba County. We appreciate you.
Kev, you got to work for the chairman?
Yeah, I'm just saying the same thing. What he said is exactly what I'm hearing from other folks. The only thing I'll say to him, protect your vote, protect your vote, protect your vote. When it get dark, you know, the former president, he's a Nicodemus. He walk in the dark. That's all I can say.
Thank you very much.
The VP.
Thank you very much, Chairman Yato. Any last word before you go? We know we'll have you again. Yes, indeed, Yakenzi will be at our station with the Edith camp, and we have the gas station with all of the camp. We want to say thank you very much. We are here. You're always welcome to come on to update us.
I'm just saying thank you to everybody who have helped this campaign. It has been an arduous process, but in the ultimate end, the folks at Nimba are speaking, and from our survey this morning and right now that I've been on for 40%, I'm confident we're going to win District 1 2-1. Thank you to everybody.
Thank you very much, Chairman Yato. So that's the voice of Chairman Yato, the Edith Governor were camp. There were guys in studio. I don't know what happened. They just went off. They will be coming back. Great. He's upbeat though. Chairman Yato is upbeat.
To be frank with you, when I went, you know, look, the first one I went in, I decided to sit in different strategic locations to speak to people from different ends, not just, you know, the same people who support in either side. I went to the entertainment area, different areas. We just went and sat down, gauge opinion of people. You know, we had some pleasantry. It didn't matter which party you come from. But the momentum Edith put up was unexpected by the Koga camp. I can be very blunt with you. I mean, I spoke to people in Koga Camp who are very friends. In fact, friends who went to vote for Koga, some of them who registered here in Nyanto and took them back. I spoke to some of them. They admitted that the fight is like, it's an intense fight, and they didn't expect EDF to put up such a fight. They thought it would just have been all Koga. So he has all right to be upbeat. And to be frank with you, if EDF win this election, like I said to the vice president, I said, in my view, you don't use the power that you don't have. And why is the power? It's the power that President Johnson had. You should have sat down as a big boy and said, this is my country. I'm the vice president of the country. Whosoever win Nimba County decide. And yeah, so you don't show that power because, for example, if God forbid, which I don't believe, Koga wins with a narrow margin, it doesn't show your authority. It still questions your legitimacy in the country. Is that what you want at this critical juncture after 1 year and a half? It's not what anyone would want. Okay, especially the way he put his face, he put his energy. He was campaigning in different areas while Koga was complete campaigning in the Northern District. Look, he really campaigned. I can tell you, I must give it all to him. He campaigned excessively and incessantly. He even campaigned more than Koga. Okay, so I will say, look, I don't think that's what you want. You don't have this power like Prince Johnson. It's too soon to rush for it. Play the big ball game. Let the guys go into the race the way Prince Johnson did, Nyanto and Samuel Koga. He brought the two candidates together. He tried to talk to them, endorse them, and all of those things. But again, okay, Ile stands a chance. Not because she's my candidate, but she stands a chance. And Koga was really worried about Garrison being in the race. That's his greatest worry. And not so much about either because he feels that Garrison will cut into his base to a greater extent. Okay, so that was his greatest worry. Then the CMC came in also, another Gilbert who is popular among the young people who could take a lot of votes, and that could blot the chances of Samuel, Samuel Koga. That could blot the chances of Samuel Koga. So Samuel Koga is not very satisfied with the two guys in the race. He's not satisfied at all with that. Okay, and if the vice president should win, okay, and Kun should win, it will be what we call a Pyrrhic victory. A victory too costly to win. You see the wrestling show, sometimes you can fight, the man blood you, and one mistake, you just lay down. Well, after that, they got to carry you to the hospital. All the money they give to you, they got to treat you with that money. So a victory for the Kun side will be a Pyrrhic victory. A victory too costly to win, which I don't believe that they will win, but let's see what it will be like. But it will be a close race. In my opinion, it will be a close race. I know the vice president is saying they will take 2/3, and I laugh at him. I say it's not possible to take 2/3 of the votes in Nimba County. But it's a race a little bit too close to call. Yeah, a little bit.
So let me ask you a question, Greg. Let me ask you before going to Kev. Guys, we are flipping. I know
the radio station off.
Yeah, we're flipping from LEC to generator. It will soon come on. But Greg, it is concerning that both sides are saying yes, they are doing better. But like we said before, the race now stands between Koga and Edith Gonglowe. I am surprised. I can reach out to anybody out there, the other candidates, that they are not talking. But look at Emmanuel Yato say, I'm good. We are good.
My only thing is that, let me be frank with you, I support Edith. I'm on public record for that. And when two candidates begin to claim victory, it's not too good. I hope after the election, one is free, fair, and transparent, like Yato said, they will make clear whatsoever they win, they will show you. Whatsoever they didn't win, they will do that. I hope people will graciously accept the results of the election in Nimba County and will forge ahead once the election is free, fair, credible, and transparent. It's the right of people to go to court if they want to go to court. Okay, but for me, once the election is over tonight, tomorrow, whosoever wins, I live with it and move ahead. Okay, as a Democrat, but I just hope it will be free, fair, and transparent. It's the right of people to question some things in the election. But as far as we are concerned, up to now, the voting process was peaceful. That's what I admire. But the two candidates are claiming victory even before victory. Yeah, their partisans are optimistic.
So thank you very much. Okay, let me hear you, Kefiko. It is very important for us to agree that number one, overall, we can announce the election is peaceful. Now, you can get some little thing here and there, but the people are willing to have a peaceful election.
Yeah, that's true, and that's one of the things that we all look forward to in Nigeria for peaceful election. Let the people vote. But Grace struck something very important. You know, seeing the the vice president campaigning back there, we used to call it the wee wee hours, right? Up to the wee wee hours late. You know, he honored the dark campaigning, even according to a spoon journalist. After he voted, he was still encouraging people, you come out, you come out, because he could not see the people coming out. And he understand he been running in that area more than 2 3 times, so he understand. But what I'm
Come
getting,
in now briefly because the radio station went down. Come and give an overview.
yeah, what I'm hearing again, they say the women turn out to be against Koga for the statement from the superintendent statement, you know, that tradition is over and women, you know, and also the Maningo vote. We hearing that the Maningo people too and went away. When I see those people are drifting away from the uh, the Unity Party and Koga, it's scary for them because I've seen the women because of the superintendent comment and supporting Koga comment and the Mandingo vote and other tribes drifting away. There is something happening in Nimba that Jeremiah Kun will never take that position as Prince Nasir. It happening in Nimba. We hear here people.
Thank you very much. Lorena, can you work with this YouTube thing and call the guys? They are ready to come on. We are back on the air. We will be here for another 10 minutes and call it a day. We will go regroup and come back. The folks are voting. People are still tripling in, and you know, people are still dragging themselves in. They are crawling in. Major concern out there have been erased. No trouble. Peaceful election. Thank God for the NEC. Thank God for the Liberia National Police. Thank God for the people of Nimba. They have decided to vote peacefully. Whosoever wins, it is why it is. We are grateful we can announce to the nation the voting in Nimba remain peaceful as far as we can tell. Now, a little issue can be here, like always. Grace said that these things happen during election time, but overall, the expectation, people are proud of NEC, and I hope we can walk into this at this moment to the final vote is cast, and then the announcement can be made, official announcement from NEC. Thank God there is no fighting. Thank God there is no problem. Everyone have been regrouped and we are resolved. Whatever you are, before we close this program, we got 8 more minutes. Diamond will be coming in to give us a final overview for this segment. We will be back 8 p.m. tonight to go straight into the result. We got 6 candidates. But today, wherever you find yourself, we're just talking about maybe 3 or 4 candidates. We don't know what's happening. Are we going to have a dark horse? Somebody going to emerge that we don't expect? Ladies and gentlemen, this is huge. This is big. And we are all waiting for the result. If you have not voted yet, go and vote. Stephen Johnson should be in Nimba right now. Stephen Johnson should go and vote because he's a registered voter in Nimba. How did that happen, Kev Hassan? That Stephen Johnson left Bolsonaro. Yeah, he's a registered voter in Nimba. That when he
and
can't vote.
talking that he registered in District 8 and putting him in District 8 election.
Well,
but I that's my act of betrayal.
Stephen Johnson is a registered voter in Nimba. He's in Saniquete right now.
Standing like Jesus. What? Well, come and tell them to test Stephen Johnson for in District 8. Why doing so?
Stephen Johnson, have you cast your vote yet?
Okay, we're beginning of getting cut out, but have you voted yet? Okay, thank you very much.
Wait, start your put it on. Put it on. Let me ask you, man.
Call it.
No, put it on. You been on?
The man check up. Stephen Johnson has voted in Nimba district number 8. He voted in Saniquete. I think that's Saniquete district number 8. I don't know, but listen why. Stephen Johnson is a registered voter in Nimba County, and he's observing the terrain. He's observing the terrain. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we want to say to all of you, what a day today. I'm so happy. I'm so glad I never voted.
What Stephen Johnson said, he already voted. I beg you.
What?
What Stephen that imported voter in Nimba County run over on District 8
right now. But I remember you might get hold on something, man. Let's move on.
But the man lied. The man all your hot chat how he voted in District 8 and yeah.
But I can tell you who that's the problem, right? Ben Sembi, registered voter in Nimba County too. But Ben Sembi is in America.
Really? Now they want to party now. Musa Benedict.
Ben Sembi, registered voter in Nimba County, but the man didn't go to.
Ben is a resident of Nimba.
Ben, when you become resident of Nimba?
Stevie is a resident of District 8.
You know, let me say this. Ben Sembi, there were the people there that increased the number, but now they can't go back, so they turn out this low. Ben Sembi because they turn out to be low. Yeah.
Because I was Stephen Johnson to go for in District 8.
Can you call that trucking? It means that Ben Sembi was trucking Nimba too? Was he truck?
No, let me say this to you.
Great. Was he truck?
That one some people can get versed with me. That's Stephen I'm talking about. I know what my man, to be frank, that trucking for Stephen to
right?
No, we're not talking about Stevie. Talking about Stevie.
No. We'll talk about Stevie later. We'll talk about Stevie. I have a Ben.
We're not gonna domicile in the area.
No, great.
My man, next year arrest Stephen Johnson by the hour. Seriously.
Great.
No,
I'll ask you. But great way.
Yeah.
Ben Sembi, but great way now. Ben Sembi ran in.
I'm going out.
I want to ask you. I feel you can ask me back. I want to put on say about Ben Sembi.
You don't want to talk.
Okay, let me go to Kel Hassan. Ben Sembi, right? He ran against George Manawia. He ran against George Manawia, right? We all get our record, right? Okay. He's a resident in Moserado County, District 11. Ben Sembi is a resident of District 11.
So
Ben Sembi, was he, hold on. Was he truck in Nimba?
My question to you.
Answer me. I gotta go to the phone. I gotta answer.
Did you see Ben Sembi voting card?
Yeah.
Ben Sembi do have a resident in Nimba.
Okay.
So he domiciled in that place. So
Ben Sembi got a resident in Nimba that Musa Benedict hub be Ben Sembi now.
Musa Benedict different.
So Musa Benedict gave Ben Sembi one bedroom in a house.
No, I say house. I say house. Ben Sembi get house in Nimba.
So again, but this guy said we're about to go to the phone line to be frank though. So most of our men were truck in Nimba. And this thing with Paul Kennedy, they're so mad. Because they guys didn't cost the election to go somewhere because they were truck in Nimba. To tell you the truth. I mean, I don't know who truck they used, but they were trucking Nimba.
The only person that admitted on spoon, only one-on-one, that Senator Amar Kone said he trucked people from Moserado. He said to you, to Bapulu. He said it.
Okay. So my thing is that
I admitted that he trucked people.
So my thing is that it's very important for us to know that permanent folks from Moserado County were trucked in Nimba because they refused to go this time around. The turn up in Nimba is low, Lorena. Right, Lorena? We're not hearing you, man.
Lorena,
No, we're not hearing you.
Yeah, that's one of the. That was why we gathered.
It reminds me
because-
of
because-
2020. Yeah, it reminds me of 2020 when Tallying complained about trucking. They all were trucking, but he said Eddie Snow trucking
more
was
than him.
extraordinary.
Yeah,
He had to complain.
a lot of trucking. A lot of trucking happened.
You know what I
So
mean?
Eddie Snow know how to truck.
No,
But
yeah.
my man are slow that Bible. Come and get there with me.
I
Slow
love
day.
it. I love slow.
Carlos started here, the man are bloody rule.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can announce that the poll will be closing in 30 minutes. We can announce that all poll closing in Nimba. Poll will be closing in 30 minutes. We can announce that. If you have not yet cast your vote, we encourage you to please go and do so. We get 9 electoral districts. Wherever you find yourself, we'd like to announce to you that poll will be closing in 30 minutes, right? District number 1, district number 2, district number 3, district number 4, district number 5, district number 6, district number 7, district number 8, and district number 9. You have to go cast your vote. In 30 minutes, actually right now I can say in 29 minutes, the polling station will be closed. We encourage every one of you to exercise your constitutional right and go vote. This is the time for you to go vote. This is the time for you to speak to that lawmaker, for you to speak to that person and say, we will not accept you or we will accept you. Today is the day that your voice will be heard all around the world. If you sit home, you are not doing justice to the system. If somebody who does not love the country go in and win this election, it will be because of you. You sat home. Get up. You still got time. If you want transportation, pick up the phone and call somebody. Say, can you take me to the polling station? I want to vote. Again, I will announce to all of you, you got about 29 minutes left. We encourage you, get up and go vote. You have to vote. You must vote. It is the best thing to do to save your county. Nimba Kwado. Nimba, we won. Where you get a Mandingo, where you get a Crown, where you get a Mano, you get a Gil, you get a B, Nimba Kwado. Everybody, if you have not voted yet and you're holding your voter registration card in your hand, go vote. Seriously, you must go vote. We are encouraging you. You got about 28 minutes left. You can still do it. You still have time. The lines are not long enough. It's empty. Just go and walk in and walk out. When you see something, say something to the police officers. If the officers are not listening, say something to the National Election Commissioner representative. If they are not listening, tell somebody that represented the different candidates, call their attention to it. It is empty. If you go over there, you can be in and out. There's no line to some places, no line. It's very empty. So go and vote, go and vote, and go and vote. Whether you're from Sakeple, you're from Ganta, you're from wherever, Tapeta, Saniquete, get up and go and vote. It's the best thing you do. We all want a free, fair election. Today is the day. Race to replace Nimba Decides 2025. We will be coming up tonight. The Spoon Talk will be coming up tonight, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. we'll start the show and it will be fiery. We want to invite everyone. Your participation is necessary. Nimba will and Nimba must have a new representative to work alongside with Yang Twang. We want to say to all of you, we really believe that you have to vote, you have to vote, you have to vote. If you love your dear county, Nimba, look at the flag. Look at the flag of Nimba. Look at the flag of Nimba.
You have done everything. Get up. You still get about 26 minutes, few seconds left. Get up. So guys, let's come back in the studio. Great man.
Yeah. Let me have to close with the statement, the interview by Edith. She said, in quote, "I'm upbeat about the election. I love that resilience. I love her tenacity and her determination. I want to say thank you to the Spoon family. You've done a splendid, great job, especially the guys out there in the field. It's not ordinary, to be on bike for 2-3 hours in the jungles. We pray that everything will be very peaceful and calm. And during the counting period, we hope that everything will go peacefully again. And Nimba is Nimba. Like I said when I went Nimba, whosoever wins the election in Nimba County will definitely, when they go to vote in the legislature, they will not be voting for Nimba. They will be voting for the Republic of Liberia. So our law that is a pass. It affects every Liberian. That's one of the reasons why a lot of Liberians have interest in Nimba County. The turn-up today is a clear-cut referendum against the ruling establishment, in my opinion, which we may discuss tonight. People may disagree, but the way VP Coon campaign incessantly.
I'll beg you, Honorable Gray. Let's bring in Dama. I think he's ready.
Yeah.
Dama, can you unmute? You are live. You are on. Can you unmute and talk to us, Dama?
See you. Can you hear me?
You are good, Dama. You are live.
Okay. Thank you. So we here at the St. Kimpa Public School. It's just outside the city limits of Sanikole, and as you can see, people are coming in. It's approximately 25 minutes to 6 p.m. and we were speaking to some of the NEC staff here, and they said they started at 8 a.m. this morning, so meaning at exactly 6 p.m. polls here will close. Only areas that they started later than the 8 a.m. start time, that the time for which they started, if 20-30 minutes later, will be added as an extension for voters who will be coming in. But yet again, we're still seeing this voters. These are the last batches coming in. Those who had other things to do or decided that they will wait for the last minute to come and cast their ballots here in Nimba County. So there are 2 polling places here at this particular precinct, and we just want to bring you a bit closer for you to monitor what has been unfolding since today. So our mother here is here to cast a vote. She's waiting for her card to be verified, and then a ballot paper will be issued to her. There are party observers here as well. The observers are seated, as you can see, and they're 1, 2, 3, and 4 observers. So these 2 ladies have also come to cast their votes as well. So this is the pattern we've been seeing all across places that we visited on this by-election day here in Nimba County.
So Dama, thank you for bringing us live update. Let me ask you a question though. It's empty, Dama.
I didn't get you.
It's empty. I mean, has that been any increase in the number? Has there been any increase in the number, Dama?
So what we should look at is look at the number of ballot papers in the box. So Jurassic is going to go closer with the camera. So the trickling in of 1 or 2 individuals. Look at the number of ballot papers in that ballot box. So remember, this is a by-election. It's only for only one ballot paper is being issued. So seeing these places empty could also speak to the fact that the process is seamless, it's smooth. People are not going through the difficulties. If you look at these 2 fellows that have just arrived, they know which polling room they're going to. They present their ID card to the NEC worker there. She's going to tell them where they're going to vote. And you come and get your ballot paper, vote for a minute if your name is verified as of when you find your name, and you leave. So the evidence is the ballot papers in the box that you're looking at that speaks to turnout, whether valid or invalid once they tallied.
So Dama, before Greg, Kevin, Brother Haji come in, let me ask you the question. Which district are you in right now?
So we're currently in district number 2, Nimba County.
And district number 2, who's the representative?
No, I don't know the representative at the top of my head, sir.
Okay, so you in district number 2, and the back and forth, is this across, like there's no line right now with 25 minutes left? Are you hearing from your guys out there that there's no line and anybody can just flow in? I want to send a message out there for those that have not voted yet to get up and go vote. I mean, isn't this smooth across the county?
So evidence from not just our correspondents, but evidence from the chairperson of the NEC herself, Madam Deviata Brown-Lasana. She spoke to this and spoke to just a number of the incidences that happen in other parts of the county that might have slowed, the start of voting process across Nimba. So to answer your question first, yes, this is how it is. So our mother here who was looking for her name, once it was found, she has already voted and she's leaving. So this is one of the reasons you don't get to see large queues or long queues. They're voting for only one person. They give on only one ballot paper. You go and vote. So the time in between is not as compared to if you have a general and presidential election where you might be given 3 ballot papers to vote a senator, a representative, and a president and vice president. So the NEC chairperson spoke to some occurrences, in their release, counting at least 7 of those, and those include late opening of polls in few places, like in District 1 at the Messiah Christian Academy. The school was locked due to late payment of the precinct money. At the Giolando school again, party agents asked for the VRO to call the names of voters and the rest. So these were some of the things, but large-scale disturbances or delays have not been observed by us and reported by our correspondents, and as well confirmed by the NEC.
If you look on the board, Dama, someone want me to ask you, how many total person registered? Is it on the bulletin board over there? Can you let us know from that precinct?
So I'm here looking at the precinct code, as you can see, 33154. Number of polling places 2, but the total number of registered voters here is not displayed on the wall. What we know is 500 to 510 at a polling place. So 2, meaning this place might have registered at least the NEC threshold of 1,000 voters.
Wow. Dama, let me get you. Kev, do you have any question? Because the prediction here, not from you, Dama, Kev Hassan on a great say that's Edith Gongla West strong hold. But let me get you, Kev. Kev, you have a question for Dama?
Dama, yes. Dama, let me ask you, are you hearing any other districts, any information from the districts, 4, 5, the 10 out in those districts?
So, Kev, yes, we have been in conversation with our correspondents, and many of whom were on the live feed, the first phase of the broadcast that we had. And it's the same, all are being reported all across. Remember, these are urban parts of Nimba County. Sekempa is not far from Sanikole, where you have, a larger population as compared to the rural areas where, it's underpopulated and you have one, precinct covering an entire area. Like for example, here in Sekempa, this is the only voting precinct here in Sekempa we've been informed of. So you have the entire community around here coming to vote. So in areas where you have Palava huts being used and other public schools being used, the number of registered voters is definitely not going to be as compared to urban parts in terms of numbers per polling place.
So can we confirm that the most of the districts in Nimba County, this election is a low turnout?
I cannot speak to confirming what a low turnout is. Again, there are mechanisms that might lead to crowds being gathered, and you see that as a high turnout. What you speak to is the number of ballot papers that have been cast. that speaks to turnout. So because you see 3 to 5 persons walking in a group slowly coming to vote and you don't see a queue, doesn't mean that others haven't come and they voted. Sometimes queues are there because the system is not working, you know,
Right.
aside from people turning up. So if you have a smooth system and a good system, why should I come and spend 10 minutes in a line to vote when it can be done under a minute? So what you see doesn't speak to turnout for me. What speaks to turnout is the number of ballots that are cast at a polling place at the end of the day. And talking about that, we have at least 60 minutes before the polls here in Sakempa comes to a close. And you can see people are still coming. Those who have waited for the 10th or 11th hour are coming in to cast their ballot.
So Dama, you are saying 1/6, 16-minute life, 1/6. At that center, they will shut the door. And if you in line, actually, if you online, you will cast your ballot, correct? But if not, you are done.
Yes. So if you in the queue as of the 6 o'clock time, you will be allowed to vote because you are deemed to be present and you'll be allowed to vote. But if it's 6 and you're not in the queue and probably you are at the gate or something, left with the discretion again of the NEC workers. But 6 o'clock at this center, according to them, they started out on time, so there is no room for extension. Places that you have an extension are places that they started later than the 8 a.m. start time, and the time for which they started, the additional hour or minute will be added for voters to be able to cast their votes. Sir.
Oh, great. Thank God you came in. That gives you the chance to ask them the last question. They make all necessary adjustment here because they have to be with the different camp to start bringing in the result, and I want him to be voted ready. Great. Do you have any question?
Yeah, basically, I just wanted to tell Damon, thank you. It's a great job. It's not as ordinary. I know living between Ganta, Saklepi, and other areas, you know, and it's not easy. So just be careful. Take care of yourself, and thank you for the great job. I really appreciate it. But I think you answered all the questions that I wanted to ask.
Thank you, sir.
Dama, which camp are you? I mean, we are hearing that Yekezi with the Edith camp. Can you tell us who with the Koga camp? Or are we going to cover all 6 of them? Fangalo, Mac Blair, and Garrison Yeru, Dr. Gompu. Are we balanced now to bring all of them on from the different war room?
Unfortunately, we cannot bring everybody in from their various war rooms, but we will have the Edith Way camp covered, their war room. They've told us the location. Yekezi is going to cover that. And because I'm in Saninkole and covering between Sakempa, Saninkole, and this end, we have Victor who will cover the Koga war room if there's one to that effect. And then we can spread out on the field and bring you real-time tallying, the counting and tallying and pasting of results process here from the field.
Folks, again, want to say Dama Slanger, you know him, the whole team, because of your generosity. They are in Nimba. They will be in Nimba for as long as we can get all of the report and the final announcement. Dama, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, sir. So we remain right here, and our first on-the-field counting will begin at the Sakempa school year in Nimba County.
Real quick, Dama, real quick. So immediately 6 p.m., tell us what next. We got about 30 minutes left. Immediately 6 p.m., then what happened?
Former Representative Gray is more accustomed to the process, but after the 6 p.m. deadline, they do the verifying and all these things and making sure that the records, you know, the ballot papers, the boxes and all these things are sealed, they close, and they begin the verification process, all of those things before they even start counting of the ballot.
Thank you very much, Dama Slanger from Spoon Network. We do appreciate you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, so
sometimes I predict by 8 o'clock results will be in.
I mean, it seems like that.
Because Damon says something very important. You know that just one election, like the candidates just on one ballot paper. It's not like 3-4 different. You're voting for presidential, you're voting for senatorial, you're voting for your representative. So it takes a lot of time. So this one is just a one-shot deal. By some areas, 8 o'clock. But that's 8:30. Now, let me just get the benefit of that 9 o'clock. Results will start coming up. It will be very easy. Now, by election.
Yeah, but I'm concerned, Gray. Yes, but concerned. That district,
The representative is Yang Gase Flomo.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7,117 vote he won. He won Tia Chas 1KU. So again, third, these guys don't put us some vote over there. If you add the first three, we talk about 17, 18,000 votes just from that district. So he won by 7,117. He was in the lead. CPP candidate, by the way, in district number 2. So I don't know. I'm really kind of concerned as to where we are right now. But folks, in 11 minutes, voting will be over in 11 minutes. Let's hear you when I grab myself a bottle of water and we'll close this segment.
Yeah.
Let's hear you.
Basically, I predicted that either will win that district. You see, that of women turning up. If you saw Diamond, the last 3 or 4 persons you saw women going in, and that district either won that district before. In fact, when the VP spoke to me on the phone, we had those analysis, we had a conversation. He gave him those districts. To be very frank with you, he even thought that 1 and 2 could go to Edith, and they were fighting in other areas. Okay, in the area, yeah, like 8 and now it's like a given for Edith. So she just need to fight in the other area. That's the kind of geopolitics that is in Nimba County. But all in my conclusion, Masale and Cape, I think maybe the skirmishes that occurred were minor. I don't think they were that big. From what we heard, I don't know beyond that. And I think it means that election, at least the people at Nimba were very, very peaceful. We just pray that they continue, because the emotion, that catharsis, that emotion comes when they begin to announce the other area, people shouting, some people dancing, people provoking people, in the communities. And it could lead to a lot of stuff. But we just ask for tolerance, Nimba is part of Liberia, no matter who wins the election. And we all went there to campaign for our candidates, but it shouldn't put us in a position that at the end of the day, there should be chaos. I don't think there should be chaos. I think we must respect the results of the election. Once it's free, fair, credible, anyone has a disagreement, you can go to court. That's all right. Nobody can stop you from going to court. But we pray that the counting process, and I want to ask Nimba County, do not provoke each other. Because I know what happens when the counting and results are coming on. Some people begin to fight and all of those things. Yeah, people feel very emotional. Some people bet already. Some people living in the same house, more and wealth, they will not be talking during the election period and all of those things. But Nimba is bigger than any individual in Nimba County. So Nimba should remain peaceful. Nimba should remain calm. And that's all we pray for, that these elections should not divide the county. The county should be the county.
Again, we want to say to all of you a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful segment here. Here we are to have a wonderful day. Kev, let's hear you in your closing. We got about 9 minutes left to the closing time. Immediately, all polling, the election is over. It close at 8 p.m., at 6 p.m., excuse me. And we will be all of you. We got 9 more minutes left. Kev, let's hear you.
Yes, thank you, Clinton. That's one of the good things that Spoon is bringing to the nation, as he promised back then, to bring actually happiness to the people in real time. And people are saying stuff in real time, and thanks to all the journalists out there, including Diamond and everybody. Gray, you flagged something exactly what they told me about the women and vote. When you come there, you flag that, and you saw it that, and that's what they are telling us. The women are coming out. They're challenging the statement that came from Koga and the superintendent Cole. They're challenging the statement. They feel like they want to put the women in the back end of the country. While in 2025, folks are trying to bring women to sit on the table, and also the comments made by Prophet Kiss and other gentlemen who talk about the Mandingo vote. So people are coming out. I'm saying some era drifting, folks are the one in Nimba are drifting. There's a change going on there. Again, I will say this: what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing from text messages and everything, if this thing hold, anything can change. 11-hour election, anything can change. But what I'm hearing, if it's this thing hold, Edith Gongo will be the next senator of Nimba County. What I'm hearing, but anything can change. And what I'm saying is especially, ask Diamond. Diamond said there's a low turnout too in District 4 and 5. He said the same thing around, but he did say that after the count though will actually get confirmed whether it's a low turnout in the whole county. So we're seeing pattern all over. So if this whole what we're hearing and what we're getting from
what are you hearing? What are you getting? You hear that what you say? What nobody in your head, nobody's saying what you say. Tell us what you getting, and that's why you gotta analyze. What are you hearing? What are you getting? You just like what we see. It's not helping us. Leave us alone.
Yeah, but so let me finish now.
Let me finish now. What we say, that society talk
let me finish now.
You saying nothing that society about to say that what we hearing, what we know, what you know.
Okay, but Stanton, we have ties to campaigns out there. Everybody out there. So I'm telling you, I'm not going to come and tell you this number, but you see it. And Emmanuel Yato were here. But I'm going to say it again. I'm not going to tell you. But I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what the people are saying in the world.
Don't tell me what you say.
But I will tell you what I say, not in details, because I cannot tell you the people's stuff because I cannot say it. But if this whole center, I'm telling you, it will be a trouble. I'm telling you. But Stanton, in 10 seconds, off this campaign.
We got 4 minutes for the polling station.
Off this campaign thing is something that I saw today that and to my heart that I worry about, and I've been thinking about it. It's a police station that is off the county that Princeton is building in that district, policing the people. I thought we need a school, we need healthcare, all these things. But he building a police station. Well, a lot of police stations are in that district, but he building a police station in that and policing the people. Who will go after the bikers? Who will go after people who selling, the common people? And I'm afraid what's going on in District 8. I don't know, Greg, that your district, that you're there, but something going on there that Prince is very down there. Something that I saw today.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I don't know about my brother Kev Hassan, and they call him Kefiko. Guys, we are here to analyze and give the people something. But Kev will say what he's hearing, nobody will hear it. What he's seeing, nobody will see it. What he knows, nobody knows. Don't talk to us. Go in the society bush. When you're ready to, unveil, then you come on the show and talk to us. Look at Greg. Greg saying, oh, it's clear. Everybody hear it. But you just say what I say, what I know. You know, my man, if I stop there, I'm not fly. Haji,
okay.
Not fly.
Okay.
Got him. Daddy said, calm down, man.
Okay.
Haji, let's hear you. We are about to go and see that thing. So let me say this from the Fangalo camp, right, Greg? Fangalo say, and maybe this will be concerning, right? Let me put this up, agreement. The Fangalo camp say the NEC kind of a little bit confused with the independent candidate. Do you think they should be of concern? You have 3 independent candidates, 3. So when the poll washer went there, they went in as independent candidate. So I'm receiving this from this camp saying that National Election Commissioner official made a mistake with our guys, and they took them to be Edith Gonglowe guys. And I asked, were there no proper description to the badges? If you say independent candidate, I thought it should be Edith Gonglowe, independent candidate, Frangalo, independent. What do you think, Gray? I mean, you did this before.
Even the independent candidate will have a certain symbol. Generally, the political parties can have their own symbol. The independent candidate is supposed to have that symbol. Like you said, that identity has to be there. So they can be able to say independent candidate, maybe gray, independent candidate Stanton, but that symbol has to be there. So independent candidate cannot just be a blanket wall, because you have 10 independent candidates in the race. So
and here's the thing, they said the Edith team and their team, the National Election Commissioner felt that they were the same. So they told the other team, said, listen, you guys got to stay up because you have too many. But
it's
there were
wrong.
Yeah, so I don't know, like you
No,
say.
that is wrong. I heard about that. That's either people flex some of the issues on that too. Okay, but that is extremely wrong. Every candidate should have a representation in there.
Let's see it. Damon is coming back. I'm sorry, Honorable Gray.
Yeah.
Honorable Guy, I'm sorry. Damon, you're on live. We get it's 6 p.m. now. We can announce for that station. Damon, can you come in? It's 6 p.m. Let's bring Damon in. The polling places should be closed. We are seeing the close the Damon. You are live.
So it's 6 p.m. It's 6 p.m. here, and I heard a loud shout that it closed, it finished. Yeah, so those who will make their way here, because this entire area is empty, we want to go and see if I think one person is in polling place one trying to cast their ballot, but they shouted that it's closed. So what we can confirm is we see a gentleman on a bike coming. Whether he's coming to vote, we want to see whether or not he will be allowed. But let's come and see if the NEC workers are going to telling that polls have closed here, because they said 6 o'clock. So they're closing the gate. They're closing the gate. He's asking what happened and telling him it's closed. So
now, Koga made it.
No, stop, great stop.
So this guy, as evidenced by the fact that you see the gate has been locked in front of that fellow, the process here is done. No voting is done. What would now happen is verification, validation, and then counting, tallying, and posting of the result as well. So yeah, at the Sekempa public school, that gentleman is reeling. He's looking, he's asking himself, like, he's still standing looking confused. Like, you know, if he had known, he would have been here earlier. He's looking at his phone to check the time again, and it's 1 minute after 6, and well, he's late. So this place has been closed, and we are going to observe the process here. So what we can confirm here at the Sekimpa Public School in Sekimpa District number 2, voting process has come to an end. What next will be all the other processes that leads to the publishing of results from this particular voting precinct that has got 2 polling places. The precinct banner has been removed, like the way it's done when the flag is, you know, taken down after it has been hosted for the day. So this place, when everything is done, for now, it's not a voting precinct to cast votes. It's now about counting ballots and publishing results.
Do we have anyone still in the compound casting the vote, Dama?
So this fellow, surprisingly, was the last person to come and vote here. So we just want to talk to him for a minute quickly before he leaves. My brother, how are you? Your name? So Cyrus, you're the last person to vote here. People want to know, say, why you decided to wait the last minute of time before you can knock your team? He came afar off.
We're not hearing him down.
Okay, so he said he's from a far distance, and that's why he came in late, and he was the last person to have voted here today. Thank you, Cyrus.
So, Diamond, are we going to stay with you, or I mean, what's the plan now? It's 6 p.m., 6:03 p.m. in Liberia. What's the plan here now, Diamond?
So the plan is to go to as many polling places or voting precincts as possible to witness this process, not just the war rooms that will be reporting numbers. Remember, the numbers have to come from these polling places and sent by their agents or observers to these various candidates for their war room to be able to collate these results. So we want to remain on the field here and cover as many voting precincts as possible. Nimba has got 262 voting precincts. We cannot cover all of them, but we'll do as many as possible.
Can we talk to any of the NEC worker?
Well, they're huddled now in the process. Right now, everybody's doing eagle eye and tallying and everything and making sure records commensurate.
Are we allowed to go live while they're doing that?
We are allowed to bring the process. This entire process is meant to be transparent. So whatever that is happening now, what we were barred from doing was to show the biometric information of people, like their voter ID numbers, and the rest when they were verifying their information. But this is the crucial part. Apart from voting, the validation and the counting of the ballot, they are important and need to be transparent. And part of transparency is showcasing what is happening. So in as much as observers are allowed in, we are also allowed to witness the process and showcase the process to our viewers and our listeners to listen in as to how it's unfolding.
So we're gonna hang with you, right?
Yes, we can hang for a minute. We want to go to polling place 1, and then we'll come back to polling place number 2, where we see some of the observers are checking and cross-checking their notes, not to intrude in a way to, impede their work, but we can stand at a safe distance, not to intrude on their work, but showcase what is happening as well. And so far, we want to say, minus one incident that happened in Zuluye, all of the ES and POs, they've been accommodating of the media, especially those of us who have been going live. They've given us the preference and the space to do our work.
So what Diamond trying to go through and bring us live up, Talakai, great. This is transparency in real time.
Yeah, no, but this should be the process, It's just that sometimes some people put their own.
So we can just stay in our corner. Where we stand, please, to showcase your process. Okay, we can stay in our corner there.
You see, so the results will be live now.
So look at the ballot box and look at the number of papers.
They will unseal that ballot box.
Let's get Diamond real quick on the grade. Diamond, talk to us about the ballot box, please.
So this is the ballot box in polling place 1. It has got all of the coding, and now the NEC workers are going to address the observers here, and we'll listen into the process.
Every ballot box has a seal number. You see the emotions, you see that everybody attentive.
Centralizing the table for the observers, and not only party observers, we have the ECC, and it's also here.
Reconciliation, the sorting, and counting. So conduct and prepare on the reconciliation process.
Reconciliation process. Ballot papers must amount to what was given, what was used. and as well. You can drop a pin in this place and get it signed.
So in actual then you will know the total number of ballot box with the paper as a opinion, and then the other side will probably have them. We are going to remove 3. In order to get the paper on the table.
They're about to break 3 of the seals. We here in polling place number 1, Sekempa Public School. They are trying to break the seal. This is the reconciliation process. Number of ballot papers versus the difference to what they were given to get the total number of ballot papers that was issued to this particular polling place. First seal broken. And they are going to take a record of the broken seal. Observers are watching with evil eyes, making sure nobody is blinded from this process. He's going to read the broken seal number.
Excuse me, NEC 3386 95 3386 95.
The first broken seal.
Next. NEC 3386 96. And the last. 3386. Clap. We're going to see number 2. I just read. It's clap. The last is NEC 3398 00. NEC 3398 00.
The ballot papers are being emptied. So look at the sheer number of ballot papers. Even though people were trickling in ones and twos, you can see the number of ballot papers there.
There is nothing so important, Dre, than what we are seeing right now. Pure transparency. And this is what the media are very, very, very good for in the country.
Face down, the ballot papers are being opened, face down. So because that staff was in the view of some of the observers, he's been repositioned so that each and every observer can see what is unfolding at that table. So after this, they will calculate the total number of ballot papers that were received, total number of ballot papers that were used. After this, before they will start counting as to the votes obtained by candidates. So 3 polling staff are opening these papers. So Gerasi is going to go to the other room to observe the process for us. and I will remain here with the camera to keep showcasing the reconciliation process. So this is a part of transparency. If you have the media observing and showcasing, and some folks are still trying to enter. Others were turned away, apart from that first fellow that we saw. And the media is also coming in here at the Sakempa Public School in District Number 2, Nimba County.
Masare, yeah, beating. What happened to you? You're looking.
No, this process, what we wait for Diamond, is historical. It's in the day, and they are opening those ballot papers face down, moving to the next step, the whole world watching. This is complete, transparent democracy. This is it. And we should put emphasis on this. Peaceful election, this is it. You cannot do any better. I mean, we gotta be proud of ourselves as Liberians.
That's why Liberia election was counted #1 in Africa. The guys you speak to, the foreign guys who came to say it's unprecedented. They want to copy our system. The only thing that certain areas are inaccessible. I mean, that's the kind of challenges we have, especially in the deeper rural areas. Okay, but like Sani Kode and other areas, the Ganta, Yekepa, where you can just, and the poor workers are being gracious and the observers. Some other people say that the camera shouldn't come in.
So they are going to arrange them after turning them face down, when I've been told 50-50 per power. And the observers are watching every movement.
So, Diamond, we have there should be representative of all the 6 candidates in that room, right?
Yeah.
That's how it should be, but we're seeing 4 observers, and one is an independent observer from the election coordinating committee, the ECC. He's wearing the white, and the rest of the 3 are representing candidates.
Wow. This is sweet.
So while these fellows are unwrapping and turning the ballot papers face down, their PO is also looking at the number of unused ballot papers. This is the reconciliation process that is currently ongoing. So he's bringing every ballot paper that has been used, the coming rows. So you can see he's writing down the number from what row to what row was used, and then he can record the rows that were not used as well. So he has brought out the calculator.
So the gentleman in the yellow, does he have any ballot paper with him? No?
When you say, I don't get the question.
The gentleman in the yellow with the calculator, let us know what he's doing.
So what he's doing is, the ballot papers come in rows like cereal, And what he's doing is each row that was used, he's calculating the total number of papers that were used per the rows that you see there and the ones that were unused. So these are the unused ballot papers, the ones that you're looking at. And the pinkish looking rows in his hands are the ones that have been used completely. So you see he's counting the unused one. And this last row wasn't used in its entirety. So he's counting the balance of the sheets that were left or the papers that were left on this particular row.
Okay. And what we are seeing here, Dama, is this exactly how it should be in all of the other centers, right?
This is exactly what it should be. The election process is not different from one center to another. It's a standard NEC process. So that row wasn't finished in its entirety. So he has counted how many sheets were used, and then he's going to reconcile with the unused ballot papers and then subtract the ones that were used and add everything to get the total number that was issued to this particular polling place. So before voting started, they informed the observers of the total number of ballot papers that were brought in this particular polling room. So they, as observers, have the total number. That time they were all unused. So used and unused equal total number of ballot papers.
How dangerous it is if someone get hold of those unused ballot paper, Dama? Hey.
Well, that's a question of if. That is why the police and the rest are here. That is why the ballot boxes are marked and they sealed and all of that. So that if it can only be answered if the possibility of doing that and stacking it somewhere else exists. Remember the serial number of the ballot papers, the entire batch that was given to this polling room was also recorded.
So once they complete their counting, Dama, you can go up and count down. If they get 20 to 20, no addition,
Yes.
no subtraction.
Yes. And the record must commensurate with what the observers too jotted down before this entire process started. So for example, if they were given a total of 1,000 ballot papers and used plus unused, doesn't come up to 1,000 or it's more than 1,000, then it raises a question. So 1,000 should mean 1,000, this is not the time for valid or invalid votes. This is the time for how many ballot papers were used and compared to how many were also given in this particular polling place. So they're almost done with the unfolding of the used ballot papers, and then they will count them loudly for everybody in this room to hear. So it's not going to be a secret counting. It's going to be a loud counting for everybody here to listen and take down notes.
So Dama, help us again. District number 2, precinct number what?
This is at the Sakempa Public School, and this is polling place number 1.
Polling place number 1.
Yes. So look at the eyes of the observers. Nobody can blink.
No. Simple mistake you are. Friday the 7th, man.
Don't be surprised. There'll be argument you have with voter.
Greatest mistake that death. Simple mistake you are.
The way some people mark the ballot paper and all will be argued.
Yeah, but we're waiting to see. Right now, that door is door.
But after this, it's not the end after the results here, or the national tally hall. They got to go there to put everything together. That way your people need a tally sheet.
No, but I understand. But with this, if this is what is happening across the country, this is very, very unique, and that's where people coming from right now. Imagine we are talking about this thing going like this. Beautiful. Diamonds, we're seeing that they are done flipping over.
Yes, they are going to arrange them 50, 50, 50, and then they will start to count loudly. So they are going to counter check, checking and counter checking. It's getting dark. We should tell you that, of course, but they have lamps. They've been issued lamps as well. So once there is a need to get extra lighting, the lamps will be turned on.
So we can announce in that district, Young Twine won Samuel Koga in that district. Young Twine 2024 had 11,808 votes. Sam Koga had 935 votes in district number 2. And so we're trying to get to that polling place to see the result likewise. So it's very important for us to consider these things. District number 2, Young Twine executed justice, that which I have never seen. He had 89.12% of the vote, and Sam Koga had 7% of the vote in district number 2. And district number 2, 2023, CPP candidate Fromo won that district. So let's hear what we're hearing right now. Then we will excuse them as we go across the county for more results. We will come back. Don't forget, we're coming 8 p.m. to start the spoon talk and to run through the different results. We will speak to the chairperson and other folks. So, Dama, we will give it to you again while we watch what is going on.
Thank you, sir. So it's being meticulously done in this room. The counting, the cross-checking, counter-counting, and quadruple counting, to making sure that everything is adding up. So once they reach 50, like you can see that bundle there, they use a rubber band and it's wrapped. So for these guys, they've been here since this morning. Their job is still continuing. So we're all in this fraternity of making sure that we complete what we've started today. So the second roll of 50 is being bundled up as well. So after checking at least 3 times, they've made sure that these numbers are what they should be according to the NEC. So 2 rolls have already been bundled, and that represents 100 ballot papers.
We want to say thanks to all of you. Continue to share the show. We will go through. I'm seeing Yekezi from another polling place in the back. We'll get to him. Damon, where he is right now, is doing extremely well. We can only show you the result from one polling place to another. I don't want to get this confused. I'm going to bring Yekezi, but we'll mute him while we hear from Damo. Now, Damo, can you tell us where is Yekezi? We're saying Ganta Gompa. We will not unmute his mic because we got to focus on where we started from. So talk to us, Damo.
Yeah, so Gompa is the name of Ganta. So when you see people or hear people say Gompa, it is also the name of Ganta. That is what the city is actually called. Yes, so he's in Ganta City, Gompa City, if you want to call it that way. So the third batch of 50 has been wrapped, making that 150. So we are looking at the count day 4, and then they will do the reconciliation. So what is happening here is the same thing that is happening at Yekezi's place, but what they're doing is they're unwrapping the papers to put them face down before they'll count them and bundle them up and all of that. So they're behind in our process. We are ahead, at the moment.
So do you know how many votes were cast, Damo?
So we don't want to jump the gun. We want to wait for them to be done, because there are observers listening and you don't want to give information that might sound conflicting.
All right,
so we are
thank you.
all observing and watching this process.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, continue to share the show. We are in Saniquete City right now. The next left you are seeing is Gompa. We want to say to all of you, continue to share the show. We will be here to bring you nothing but the best from Nimba County. And again, thank you for contributing continuously for our guys to be all over in Nimba. We want to stay there till Thursday to have the final result. If you so desire to send in your contribution on Cash App, we appreciate Dama and the entire team. Appreciate your election day contribution. So let's go back to Dama.
So the NEC staff taking down their record, and then they will make that record public to the observers and us that are here. And we want to keep watching the process and let it sink in. The more we have these broadcast processes and the rest, people get to understand what the process is, what the electoral process is, not just by the vote casting, but by also the reconciliation, the counting and the rest. We get to understand the process, and it helps to providing information out to people. People tend to give out the wrong information if they do not understand what the process is. So they're about to. Okay, let's listen.
All happened to is all of things from other books, and I think it's 200 and
We didn't hear that, Dama.
so this money we received 550, and our statement is 200. Okay. So the left all the other is 319.
So they received 550 ballot papers, 231 were used, and 319 have been unused. So you got that, Chief?
Can you say that one more time, please?
Okay. 550 ballot papers were received.
Okay.
233 were used, right?
231 or 33?
231 was used, 231 used.
Okay.
319 unused.
All right. So we got it, Dama. Now they gave that announcement. So for that put in place, 231 people cast the ballot, correct?
Yes. And 550 ballot papers were received this morning.
Okay, so if we add the number, it's correct. 550
Yes.
ballots received. They are quite correct. Used plus unused, they are quite
Yes.
correct.
So it's getting dark. The NEC staff has brought their lamp. They've been given 2 lamps so as to make sure that it's well lit and everybody can see what is happening.
So the question folks are asking them, will they now announce the result?
After this, they will do the sorting of the ballot, which will differentiate. First, they will count everything. After counting, then they will sort and take out the used, the valid and invalid. So that's when you will know what a candidate got.
Okay. So, but great. Let leave Dama till he ready, great. This is man, super great. Can you sit down a little bit? We're getting you off camera. This is so unique, Haji. This is so unique, great. No, let's hear them. What are they saying, Dama?
No, they're writing on the sheet. They have to log in every activity. Let's listen to them. They're about to move to the next step. The sorting. So the sorting where they will pick out the valid and invalid votes. So we'll watch the sorting process. The NEC staff are telling the observers to be very focused because now they're about to sort out valid and invalid. And they will show each ballot paper to the observers. The observers are watching. So they will display valid. So sorting valid.
If you say sorting the ballot, what are they looking for, Damo?
They're looking for the mark. If for those who use the pen should be directly in the box. For those who use their thumb, the thumbprint should be in the box. If it's outside or anything, they will look at the margins and all of that and show to the observers and confirm whether it's a valid or an invalid vote. So this is the sorting. So far we're seeing valid votes coming in, and I'm looking at what I'm looking at and the markings. So this is the first. This person didn't mark, did they? So that has got no marking at all.
So the person went there, but they didn't mark, or the pen wasn't that clear.
There is no mark whatever on that paper.
Oh wow!
So the first batch of valid votes have been sorted. Moving to the next. So you see how he's carefully looking. He's looking to see.
We see the eating is not new. Huh?
So that person put their thumbprint between both candidates, so that is invalid.
So while you observe that, let me bring in Gray. Kev Hassan. This is where things can go into argument, right? Great.
Yes,
because you learned before.
Because,
talk to me.
Yeah, because the thing about the valid and invalid is that, especially the issue of the invalid, they got rules. Because some people can vote for two persons, for example, then it becomes invalid. Some people do that. Some people leave it blank. Some people maybe instead of voting in the box, they went on the person's head and put the thumb there. So at that point, there can be some arguments and counter argument whether it's valid or invalid, and that can inform the people what makes it valid and what makes it invalid. So the argument comes in right there on the valid and invalid issue. Okay, and then that's why he said it's sorting. So any perception that has that there is invalid or any thought they have that is invalid, they put it one side. But the observers will still come to argue that.
Okay, so that's why I'm going with Dama. So we're going to, those papers they put in the side, well, folks still going to go and examine them.
Yes.
And they're still going to document them. Whether they get 5, 6, they will document them. People will go over them again to make sure the observation were unique.
Yeah. You will see on the final tally sheet they will have invalid. Once everybody agree that maybe 10-5 invalid, we'll put it at invalid.
It's got a stain on one of the candidates and it's got a marking for another candidate. But the stain is so visible, the next staff has termed that as invalid and the observers have also concurred. So it's got two markings.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can't get this anywhere better. We in Liberia are saying we should applaud the NEC. This is very, very commendable. I don't know about you, where you're joining us from. Continue to share the show. Don't forget, if you want to contribute to Dama and the team, we ask you to do so. They will be in Nimba Thursday. No resting, no eating. We have to hear from all camp. Those that will concede, those that will not concede, will bring everything to you live. Again, what you are seeing is 100. I have not seen this in country in Africa, and what we are doing, we got to applaud the NEC, the National Election Commission. I don't know whether you're for or against, but this is extra This is unique, and this is across the county. This is across the county. So everybody, please share the show. We appreciate you joining us. Continue to share the show. We have to come big with this one, and we have to start bringing you the results. Whether we take break or not, we're going to bring in the guys once it's 8 o'clock. We will bring in the guys for the bigger spoon talk. But right now, continue to share the show, and we will be making progress. Today election, what we started, we got to finish it. I appreciate Diamond, Yekazi, Jeresi, the entire team, Lorena, Algie, James Goudet, the management of Spoon Network, everybody. But because of you, we are doing this. Because of you, we are happy to bring up this report. Listen, folks, you gotta appreciate your country. We are not there yet, but we're getting there. And this work is everybody's work. So, Diamond, let's go back to you.
No, we live. Yeah. You want to say something that I can mute it? Okay, I can mute it.
Okay, so Damo muted because they have to say something off camera. What is going on, Honorable Gray? Why are they muting now?
Basically, I don't know. It could be a debate or an argument amongst the candidate about the valid and invalid. I don't really know. Okay, but Damo could say that because what they don't want on camera, okay, maybe the intense debate. Because there's one thing Damo struck down there also, that somebody voted until the ink ran on another candidate. Sometimes it depends on the ink that's being used because the way you fold the paper, sometimes as soon as you vote, maybe that person used their finger, the thumb, and then.
But just to interrupt you, Kev, you see, Damo took the camera away from the table. He now allowing us to see the bowl, which is so unique because of the training the NEC have given the staff. They allowed us in the room, but we cannot go more than what is necessary to bring about some very, very sensitive finding. The observers are having the conversation. They got to get off camera.
Okay, so that was a bit of a correction that was done by the PO here. He had to bring the NEC manual. So what we cannot do is we cannot station here and show the process for a very long period. So what we can do is we can show it for a bit, and then we pan to another side and show it again, but not to be sustained. And he brought the manual to make sure that I see it and know that he's not saying his own thing, but it's what is written in the manual. And so we are going to go by that.
Okay, so we're going to be off back. Okay, that's fine. But you are staying in the room, right, Damo?
Yes. They don't have a problem with that, so I shouldn't be filming for a very long period.
Okay. All right. But yet say, Kev, let's hear you. This information is getting to the
there was
place.
Just an interesting invalid vote right now. And what the person did was the person wrote their name on the candidate's backs to show the candidate that they promised and they voted for that person.
So you say invalid if they do that?
It's invalid. You should make a dot, you should make a mark, you should use a thumbprint or a correction or X, but not to write your name and say, I Stanton voted for you.
Oh, wow.
I want to call
But there's something I'm saying that I need Diamond to clarify. When they say invalid vote and take it out, they take another ballot for another batch. Why is that?
I cannot interview the staff right now as they are working, but they have to make sure that the rows are in 50s. So if they remove one invalid from the batch, they add a valid from the other row to make sure that everything is 50s. So that is what is happening.
Yep. Haji, let's bring you in.
So the next invalid vote is double dipping. The person voted for two candidates. So you see it, they've removed the invalid.
Yeah, but I had sedition to the people. I had a sedition to the people to vote. Vote.
My man, you are sporting here, man.
Can you say that again? The person vote 3-way, right? Folks, that is
two. They said two. That for Tingba and Koga. Like 2-way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see? But I'm telling you, right? CDC said, go in and vote 3 ways. So the person did that.
The person did 2. Damo
But
said
man,
two.
you want to interrupt us here again?
My man, you want to put me in the bar, put me in the bar. I already want to go rest and get ready. I beg you.
No, man, we're going to get ready. CDC told, what more, Ali? CDC told the people to vote for 3 hands. The man voted for 3 hands.
But more than told the people say, if you vote for Koga, you must vote for Tingbe. So that one a day. They say when you can vote for Koga, vote for Tingbe.
I never thought I was going to see this, Haji. The man went in with 3 hands. He says, CDC said,
No, the
I'm
man
going to
voted
vote
2 times.
Mark Greenwell.
But he put it out. Let's see what Yekezi is saying over there, because when he go out, then let's see what Yekezi is saying.
And Damon said 2.
But Damon, you guys want tell Yekezi that we're coming to him? Lorena, is Yekezi informed that we're coming to him?
I'm going to inform him, sir.
Okay.
Yekezi, if you are there, you're getting our signal, please come in. Yekezi, please unmute and come in. Please
so
come in,
he
Yekezi.
can unmute himself.
Yekezi, you can come in now.
I think all of them waiting for.
It's okay. Call him on the phone. Call him. Right. Let's see whether he'll pick up. Well, but listen, Honorable Gray, this is very, very interesting. This is so unique, Gray man.
Yeah. You know, if we had a kind of a system where in the entire country very accessible, it would be a very good thing. It's just that these are in the city areas. That's why most of the time in the city areas we get the results very fast. You know, people don't complain much about in the city areas of challenges or cheating. You know, because even if you look up there, trust me now, if you go outside,
I see people waiting. I see people waiting outside there.
You see supporters outside.
They're there.
They will be waiting. Okay, and they will be moving from one polling center to another. And then when they finish, they got to put the results on the wall. And then people will take photo of that results on the wall and they got to get
Let's hear Damon. I think Damon, you are live. You are Damon.
Yes, sir. So as per the NEC manual, I cannot be stationed in that polling place for a very long period. But what we're doing is Jurassic and I are alternating. He's going back in the room to listen and observe, and I'm going in the other room to show for a brief period until they can start counting the votes obtained by candidates. So I'm going to polling place number 2 here at the Sekempa Public School. It has got 2 polling places, and there are not only observers in the room, but there are others outside that are also taking notes to make sure that everything commensurates. And the officers are still on duty.
So let's get you clear, because it's important. You left that put in place.
Is that?
Because
okay.
You left the put in place because the manual say you cannot be there for the rest of the counting.
Not for the rest of the counting, no. We can stand and observe, but you cannot be in the room for a long period. That is what the manual says, especially if you're doing anything of a live or whatever it is. But that is what the manual says. So I could stand there for the longest if I'm not doing a live and be there. But if I'm doing anything like a live with a camera or whatever, as a journalist, I have to be in between, not stationed there for a very long period. That is what the manual says.
Okay. All right.
That's why they don't even encourage people to carry your phone in to take picture of your vote.
All right. So Damo, you want us to come back with you? We can let you guys go because we'll be coming 4 p.m. That will be 8 p.m.
No, we got to allow this. I think this not on that allow this result to come out. Very important. That break the news.
Damo, so you will be there when they're giving the result, right?
Yes, I will be there. I'm going back to polling place 1. All they want me to do is not to be stationed there
Okay,
too long.
then let's wait for the results. So, but they're almost, right, Damo?
They almost. So they're sorting out the ballot from the invalid.
After sorting the counting starting.
Then they will start counting. They will put the candidates' papers on the table, where if a vote is obtained by a candidate, they'll place the ballot box on the name or before the paper of that candidate. So each candidate has got his or her name written with a marker on a piece of paper.
Okay, so we're going to wait to cover this put in place, and then we will take a break and come back at 8 p.m. Right now it's 12 minutes to 7. We'll do what we have to do to bring you nothing but the best tonight. Somebody says, CEO, please don't call 2024 2023 results. Please do not confuse us. I don't know how to confuse them. Woo! This is very, very interesting, and to God be the glory. Man,
So
you
you
see
can
the
see
word?
how attentively this lady is looking through the window, through the Columbo holes. She's
Wow.
really looking. Yeah, you can blink at this moment. So they have sorted the valid and invalid, and they are going to announce the total number of invalid votes from the total number of votes cast. So remember, 231 ballot papers were used, 319 unused out of the 550 ballot papers that were brought to this particular polling room, that is polling room number 1, or polling place number 1 here at the Sekempa Public School. So out of 550 ballot papers that were brought into this polling place this morning, 231 used and 319 unused. So from the used ballot papers now, they are going to announce the number of invalid votes. And once you subtract that from the total number of used ballot papers, you will know the total number of valid votes before they start to give valid votes to candidates who obtained those votes.
Man, everybody is glued to Facebook right now, trying to see what's coming from this put in place. Haji, people are thinking that whatsoever going to happen, here we are. Let's hear you, Lorena. I mean, I see that Yekezi is trying to log back in. Can you mute Yekezi and tell Yekezi that he got to be better? I think it's the internet. Or we can just wait. He gave us the total result from that end while we stay with Dama, because Dama is much better with his internet strength.
I see everybody counting in different police stations, but this one that I'm in, the protocol is too.
The protocol is too strict because phone is watching. They know that we live.
And counting. There's counting going on. That particular place is still rapping, showing.
Yeah.
Normally,
Lavina, we're not hearing you. Are you talking to us?
No, I think that's the reason why I guess he is not saying anything yet.
Yeah, counting going on another area in Sunny Korea there.
We'll make sure to connect with our reporters, our correspondents. They are everywhere.
Do you have anyone to Sunny Korea High School?
I will go to Sunny Korea after a year. I'm covering that region, but I cannot be in Sekempa and then be in Sunny Korea at the same time.
So we can get a result. We can
get a result after.
Yeah, then he goes there. Yeah, this is real time.
So for our radio audience, we welcome you. This is Spawn Live, of course, Spawn TV, Public TV, Spawn FM, bringing you results right now. We have been here since this morning. We are now following up for the senator.
We're getting that from Kev. Can you mute, please? Thank you. Okay, so we almost there. We got 8 more minutes to go. Yeah, I think that's from Dama.
Any moment from now, they will start the counting. They've placed candidates on papers, as you can see. Counting has also started in polling place number 2 as well. But we want to stick with this place that we started with and observe the counting process.
You got 7 candidates?
So I'm switching off the camera because they asked that I do that and observe the counting process with my eyes, but bring in the audio. So I'm going.
Okay, so what now? Switch off the camera. We are seeing, you can see the content from that end on a grade. 231 used ballot. We don't know the other one that got problem, that have error. 319 unused. So let's stick with the 231. That's the magic number from that polling place. They have disqualified some of the ballot. We don't know how many. Jamo will let us know. And now the counting has begun. So district number 2 is a CPP representative in district number 2. You guys have considered district number 2 to be the stronghold, one of the strongest hold of Madam Edith. We're going to see as we move on. Go ahead.
No, I'll send you some links, Nathan, so we can be comparing those. Yeah. I think we should listen more. Why are you laughing for? Stand up. Oh, the man level. Oh, the man attacking CDC.
No, he talking on the phone.
Either causing problem. Oh, seriously.
Yeah, but that's what I said for the beginning. If you listen other places, them and most of the posts, them they're just calling Edith.
Yeah, monitoring Sunny Cody High School also.
That's everywhere you turn. It's Edith. This would be a big deal for women, Lorena.
Oh, Lorena doesn't want to go outside and make trouble. I beg you.
No.
Allowed.
Yeah.
Lorena, my sister from
So
SB,
as per the analysis, we expect her to come up with shining colors in District 2.
How do you know?
Now, Blooded knows either giving Sunny Cody High School.
According to previous election results.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying District 9. That one we already called District 9 for that. He even swears.
They said the tenor in District 9 was impressive according to what I got on reading.
Yeah, that one we already called it District 9. Said that one is in the bag.
Okay, so we will not call unofficial result yet, guys. Let's just guys. These are let's just don't go by what people say, please. I get a report that this thing should be announced tonight. In most of the district, Honorable Gray, you are right. They're probably going to put most of the district result out. But the official result will be announced by NEC. We can only go by what we are observing and tell you exactly from the vote cast, like in polling places in Akampa, polling places, district number 2, 231 people cast the vote. Some are mistake, and we'll bring you those different results.
Yeah, what we announced, we want to make it very clear. It's unofficial. My man keeps start clapping, my man. Either giving the guy blood and nose.
Yeah, but
When either take 20, go got take 1.
Ballot vote Edith, independent. Ballot vote MDR, Bogart.
So got people they cussing me down on the live feed.
Ballot vote Edith, independent.
I'm not the one that running.
Ballot vote Edith, independent.
I mean, it,
Ballot vote Edith, independent. Who's moving?
Let it back.
Why?
But let it go listen. Let us keep.
Getting next more. Ballot vote Edith, independent. Ballot vote Edith, independent. Ballot vote Edith, independent. Ballot vote Oga, MDR. Ballot vote Oga, MDR. Ballot vote Oga, MDR. Ballot vote Edith, independent. Ballot vote Edith, independent. Ballot vote Oga, MDR. Ballot vote Edith, independent. Ballot vote Edith, independent. Ballot vote CMC. Anyone be marked? CMC. Ballot vote Edith, independent. Ballot vote Oga, MDR. Ballot vote Edith, independent. Ballot vote Edith, independent. Ballot vote Oga, MDR. Ballot vote Edith, independent. Ballot vote Edith, independent. Ballot vote Edith, independent. Ballot vote Oga, MDR. Ballot vote CMC. Don't be mad. Ballot vote Edith, independent. Ballot vote Edith, independent. Ballot vote Oga, MDR. Ballot vote Oga, MDR. Ballot vote Oga, MDR. Ballot vote Edith, independent. Ballot vote, Koga, MDR. CMC, ballot vote, Leon Mark. Ballot vote, Koga, MDR. Ballot vote, Edith, independent. The intention is clear, right? Already. Yeah. Ballot vote, Edith, independent. Oh, let me receive one vote. Invalid. Let me take from whatever it started. I'm playing with full time. Ballot vote, Edith, independent.
All right, Lorena, I'm sorry for that. I will get you more
Ballot
information.
vote, Edith, independent.
Do we have Damo? Is he ready?
Ballot vote, Koga, MDR.
No, he hasn't yet come through.
Ballot vote, Edith,
Yeah, but I'm observing the
independent.
process.
Oh, okay. He
Yeah, guess
give interest.
Ballot vote, Edith, independent.
But I wanted to ask,
Ballot vote, Edith, independent. Ballot vote,
let's
Edith,
get
independent.
Gray. Okay, that Kev. Yeah, people say CEO impatient.
Ballot
Not impatient.
vote,
Gray, so you came
Koga,
back.
MDR.
9, 8, 1, and 2. Our
Ballot
guys are
vote,
saying,
Koga, MDR.
if we give it any projection right now, we can say we can project that 9,
Ballot
8,
vote,
1 is going into either column.
Koga, MDR.
Again, this is not the seal. This is not the final
Ballot vote,
analysis
Edith, independent.
from NEC. Nobody should hold on. As an independent network, we can say
Ballot vote, Koga, MDR.
intake. District number 9, district number 8, district number 1 and 2.
Ballot vote, Edith, independent.
2 be in Edith corner. Anything can happen.
Ballot
Anything
vote,
can happen.
Edith, independent.
I'm spoken to my guys on ground. Most of them, people are observing. I can
Ballot
only
vote,
speak to
Edith, independent. Who's moving? Who's done? We just come to the end. The second paper.
Let's build the Yakazi and will give us a final thing. I want to talk to you, Greg, Kev, Hassan, Haji, and
Ballot
Lorena.
vote, Edith, independent.
Can you mute Yakazi, please? Thank you. So real quick, Honorable Greg, what we are saying that if we have to give a projection right now, the camp of Edith, anything can happen, folks. Don't count on us. People we have on ground. The camp of Edith should be celebrating right now with the 9, 8, 1, and 2. But that 9th district, now you may ask me the question, what become of the other 5 districts? This election is totally between Sam Koga and Edith Gongloway. Let's hear you. Is that your own finding, your own observation? 9, 8, 1, and 2. Great. Greg, we're not hearing you. We are not hearing you, Greg. Try to go out and come back. Kev Hassan, real quick, because you know we have to go take a break and come back. Kev, can you turn that thing off? Let's hear you. 9, 8, 1, and 2. We can see that those districts, they are being moved safely into the Edith camp. But anything can happen. The Nimba we are talking about. We have 9 districts, 9, 8, 1, and 2. Those 4 districts can be moved safely into the Edith camp. What are you hearing?
Yeah, that's what I was saying early on. What our people was telling us from the back. Stanton, what you see now? If Garrison prevail, this district you call, that's the winning ticket for Edith. That's it there. If Garrison prevail, what we hearing that Garrison were going neck to neck with Koga. If that hold tonight, Edith will be the senator for Nimba County.
Okay, so we still got Haji. We still got 5 districts to go. We still got 5 districts, and those 5 districts, you consider district number 3, 4, and 5 should be Koga stronghold. District number 7, because Musa Bedete left the county, Samuel Koga is claiming district number 7. We cannot give Sam Koga district number 7. District number 6 can be a battle between Koga and Mike Blewion. Now let's set this chart. We will come back, folks. Don't forget we still got Diamond and Yekazi. We'll come back. Haji, 1 minute before we get to you. Akaris was great. I want to hear you. 9, 8, 1, and 2. We can move those 4 districts in Edith column. What say you?
Yeah, my projection, we spoke about that, and I think we all tend to agree one way or the other. I mean, that most likely Edith is going to take those districts, and District 3, I think, will be a battleground, and I still give her a little edge, but 3 will be a battleground. What she needs to do now.
Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, what she needs to do is to try to put some numbers in the other districts. Okay, but I think the presence of Garrison, and I keep repeating, and Musa Bedete and Mike, I keep repeating those 2 persons' names. We really give Koga a hard time. I spoke to Koga personally before even the election. His whole thought was that, let me tell you what happened to Garrison district. It's not a change. We're not musician yet. But Garrison group of people in his area, don't give people believe, they never produced a senator before. So they will always vote a candidate. They will always vote a candidate until they can win. So that group of people that Garrison has on his belt. Then if Bedete pull the trigger, Mike could take another district. If Garrison takes one and Mike takes one, then Koga is done.
Yes, let me Haji, let me hear you. Let me hear you guys. I think you guys need to go eat. Now that you're going to go out, I'm asking for them to bring you guys something to eat in studio. You've been there for over 8 hours. I hope the management is listening. They got to bring you guys something to eat. Haji, let me hear you real quick. It's very important for you to know. You still got Samuel Koga, his strongest district for 13 years, district number 5. But he's still bringing in district number 4 and district number 3. The argument about Musa Bedete sacred district number 7 is clear. Sam Koga team saying, put that in our corner, we're going to win that. Let me just hear you. Talk to me real quick.
Yeah, so we all predicted or projected earlier that District 2 was going to fall on Honorable Conglo Way, and we are seeing the numbers, coming in, and it's actually going into her corners. But where she need to put up a serious, challenge is in the Geo Belt, where District 5, District 7, District 3. These are the areas she need to put up challenge. But as for District 1, District 2, I mean, all her elections, even the late Prince Johnson, she have, battled the late Senator Prince Johnson in the 2 districts, District 1 and District 2.
So, Kev, before we come to you, Lorena, what are you hearing? We still get gas station all over. We're just going to get this from Dama, then we will take a break. So guys, bear with us. Then we will come back with all of our results. Dama, are you still there? Are you ready now to give us some?
I am still here, and they have passed the sheets around for party agents to sign, and the ballot has been, counted. Candidates with their votes or ballot papers put before their names, and they will now count. So what was done was the papers were placed before the names of the candidates, and now the NEC workers are going to count how many votes were gotten by each of these candidates. So we're waiting the process. They're still doing all of the paperwork. Party agents had to sign, and we had party agents from 3 of the candidates present.
Thank you very much. We'll be waiting for you. You're going to take us home once you're ready. We'll be waiting for you. I'd like to say to all of you out there following us, it's been a great day, folks. We're going to give you this voting place, and then Dama and the team will go ahead and do what they do best. I can only say that with the election being of this level, perfect transparency, no joking, no playing, no fighting. Amen. It is big to announce that we will be on the show to give you first-hand information. And as always, thank you for joining us. Kev, let's hear you before we go to our sister Lorena Honoré.
Well, this thing coming from all over. We're hearing places. We're hearing the Yekepa is falling big time. We're hearing other areas. What we're hearing is something that I keep using that word. If this hole in that we're waiting to hear from the Geo Belt also, and in that area, in those Geo Belt is where everybody go and fight. That's where everybody go and get something. Everybody go and get something. So if she get the huge margin around her place, if she secure her, in politics you have to secure your backyard.
Yeah, but one thing you are bringing your backyard. You are bringing it there. Let me ask you, Kevin. It's very important for everybody to understand here. With over 90,000 people watching the show all over, I mean, people are just turning in. We will come back. We must announce that we'll be back for the bigger spoon talk. But what is happening in Liberia? Have you seen it before? Total transparency. Total clear National Election Commission proceeding. Period. Anything else happening somewhere, we are telling you right now, the NEC owner David Eto Brown Lasana has done something wonderful today, right? We will pray this can ride to the end, but they have done something wonderful today. And we got to congratulate this David Eto Brown Lasana. Every other thing you know about, oh, well, that's fine. But today, she and her team have done something wonderful. What do you want to say?
I will congratulate Spoon, for going the room and bringing it, because I can tell you this, and from watching election in Liberia, I stand to be corrected. Spoon is the first news agency that going into those rooms and bringing this live. We never used to see it before back then, and trust me, with the year result. So I will give the credit to Spoon introducing.
Thank you. That's why you got 1 day a week. Thank you for giving us credit. 1 day a week.
No, but so we're seeing it. But Stanton, again, I would say again, you gotta hold your backyard. You gotta keep your backyard. You gotta be strong in your backyard. And when you hold it, you gotta hold it big. And that's what we're saying. We're seeing the wave in her backyard. Now
you can hold your backyard. Yes, my problem. You can hold your backyard, right? Great. All right. Let's say this. In Edith backyard, district number 2, she win by 5,000 votes. But if you allow Sam Koga to come up to 3,000 and above, you're in trouble. Because if you go in Koga backyard, it seems that Koga is massacring you. Koga is going in with everything. And then it's about the math.
It's not about in Koga backyard.
No. I'm just saying something here. I'm just saying something. It's about the math, Kev, right? You cannot come to my place. I got 10 votes. Then I go to your place, you got 6. But in your place, I ate 4 out of your 10. And I say keep my 10. That gave me 14-6. So I don't know if you want to be a perfect kid. I don't know the math right. Then it's up to you. But I am concerned, Lorena. Something is happening. We got to celebrate a peaceful election. I mean, I just waited for Dama. Listen, folks, I'm very hungry. We're going to take a break once Dama gave us a result at Yekezi. We're going to go get ready and come back. I got to go get coffee because we are not sleeping. We'll be here all night. We will switch off and take at least quick 35 minutes break or 45 minutes and come back. We'll regroup. Mr. Regroup will be here. Uncle Sam will be here. We are talking about Asset Red will be in studio again to break down the number. The Honorable Akaris Musa Gray will be here. We're going to talk about our brother Paul Kennedy and everyone else will come and contribute tonight. Mame and everybody else. Dr. Bubla, everyone. Great. Either going nowhere, 9, 8, 1, or 2. That's a magic number. But Sam Koga saying I got 3, 4, 5, 7, and 6. He's not too sure about 6. The thing that Mike Blair want to do, but what is surprising for Sam Koga to be so sure about district number 7, that's a bad thing.
Yeah, I think the EDF campaign team realistically rated out district number 7. They gave it out to Musa and Mike then. I mean, that's a public record, even all the township been contesting. But what I wanted to say, I think the police just has to be a little bit meticulous because I was following one other area, they try to put the journalists outside the network because I saying they should not. Okay? And the NEC is insisting that they take instruction from their boss. The guy is not causing problem, but the police was insisting and they just resolved it. They had to stall for almost 10 minutes, which is not good. That the police just abide by what the rules say about
Police got to listen to the NEC folks. Period.
Yeah, period. Yeah. So, but it's good that our guys in there. But to be frank with you, I keep saying it. I don't want to keep repeating myself. Stand on. This race is a tense race for Koga. I know what I'm saying. He's my friend. We spoke openly to each other before the election. Edith is showing a strength. Edith has demonstrated strength before. Okay. Like you said, he taking some votes. Admittedly, he taking some votes. But whether those votes are sufficient enough? Because if Mike causes an offset and Garrison, then it means Koga only winning 2 votes. He will be counting the 2nd place, the 3rd place, and the 4th place. That's what he will be doing, which is not too good for a candidate who wants to win. For a candidate to win, you must be sure up front that you're taking these districts. Okay. I think, in my opinion, anybody who takes 4 districts, okay, is not as ordinary as you think. So if Koga takes 4 and Edith took 4, then it's a challenge to Edith, in my opinion. If Koga took 4 and Edith took 4, then it becomes a big challenge. Then the race becomes too close to call. Because mine is not district, right? So Edith take 1, 2, 8, and 9. And maybe the rest of the 5 Koga takes 4. And Garrison takes 1. And if Koga comes 2nd in Mike district or any other area, then it becomes a serious too close to call race.
Okay, so, but again, I'm very concerned, guys. We are almost there. Let's hear you, Diamond. Are we ready yet, Diamond? We just have to wait for Diamond and
the networkers are still doing what they have to do. They're meticulously taking down their records. The party agents are also watching and observing, as well as ourselves. We are observing. And once they start, we will bring you the numbers as they're counting. We will remain live on the line as they do the counting as well. So right now, they've placed the ballot papers before the names of the candidates, and they're writing down their records as well. So what is happening here is slow, it's meticulous. You don't want to make a mistake. and it's a team effort that is ongoing here at the moment. When you're on the field, you get a better appreciation of the process, how meticulous it is. This is not the automated system that does all of the calculation by itself, but this is about the manual way. And once you're doing things manually, you have to do it with no fault or less errors as well. So we're giving them the chance to work, the putting down the records, and once they start the counting, you hear for yourselves the actual numbers from this room here at the Second Part Public School, polling place number 1.
So can we get Yekazi? Is he ready to come on?
Yekazi, you can come on now, Yekazi. All right, so we are trying to get to Yekazi.
Let's get Yekazi, but if you go back 2024, honorable grade, the race between Koga and Yang Twine from district number 1 to district number 9. Maybe it's me though, but Yang Twine won all the district. All. I am looking at this. Yang Twine won all the district. And what is so surprising, even in district number 5, and I don't want to believe this that he did. But can you help me?
So they're about to do the counting. We can listen in as they do the counting.
They're about to do the counting. I think we need to listen.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There is 5 votes obtained.
Five votes for Mark Blimon.
Concours obtained 2 votes. Concours obtained 2 votes.
Two votes for Kompu.
Timba, Richard Martino Timba obtained 1, 2, 3, and 4 votes. Martina K. Timba obtained 4 votes. Yeah, 4 votes. Martina K. Timba. Garrison Yelu, no votes. No votes. Garrison Yelu. And T1 again, Pangalo, no votes. T1 again, Pangalo, no votes. Next is Koga Samuel G. Vote obtained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40.
What a votes for
Vote of T is 40. We'll come to Ide. Ide where Gonglo where Ide and Lim. Vote of T. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Fifty-one, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74.
174 votes for candidate Edith Gonglo Way here in the Sakimpa Public School polling place 1. They are now bringing the invalid votes so that we know the total number of invalid votes. Remember, the total number of ballots cast 231.
For the invalid votes, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
6 invalid votes here in polling place number 1. So you add all and you will get 231.
Wow. Dama, thank you very much. Is there anything else you'd like us to know? Because I know you should be going to the other area, right?
So we're waiting for the tally sheet to be written on and signed, and then we can.
The party observers have to sign.
Thank you, Dama. Let's let you go because we have to take a very beautiful
Hey,
break.
got one
Thank
more
you
room to
very
just
much,
announce
Dama.
the results quick.
No, we will be, well, one of the great, you went off.
Yeah, I say he has one more room to announce the results quick. I was changing the generator pack.
No, we got a result from Yekazi. We got a result from Yekazi. Again, Sam Koga, oh, actually, he's behind in that place. We're gonna put it up. Do you think that one of the great? Let me ask you while we close this segment. Sam Koga running behind Edith. How low you want Edith to keep Sam Koga?
I actually want Edith like the 100 and some more that was just announced. That's the kind of margin I want to hear. Okay, I don't even want Koga taking 40 votes in our strongholds. I must admit to you because the way in Koga district the people vote, they vote almost like 60, 80%. That's how they vote.
And that's the problem. That's why I asked you the question.
Yeah, that's how they vote. But again, from where I listen to, it's a commanding lead for Edith, which is not bad. But I was listening to, I think, Sani Kode, there's an area in Sani Kode. The margin was not very high. I was monitoring another radio station, we were counting.
And to tell you the truth, I think that's where we are. But guys, we have to leave. The guys have to take break. We will be coming back on a great. Thank you very much for almost 5 hours for being here. Kev Hassan, and then last word from you.
Well, I'm keeping my eyes on the district 4, 5, 6, 7. That's what I'm keeping my eyes on. I want to know what coming out of there.
Okay, so I really want to say we are so grateful. We are so grateful to all of you. We're going to keep our eyes on this. Don't forget, we'll be back 4:30, 8:30 your time. The guys going to take break and they will come back and start taking phone calls 8 p.m. They will be taking phone calls. Then you're going to see us back here 8:30. Now we are coming back with Uncle Sam, Paul Kennedy, Dr. Booklet, the rest of the team to talk only about Nimba. Again, what is happening? We can see from all of our investigation on ground, it's a possibility and only a possibility, okay, that Edith Gonglowe can take district number 9, district number 8, district number 1, and district number 2. Seriously, how huge the margin going to be? We got to wait for the result. We can also say that when you talk about Samuel Koga, his position to take, if all goes well according to our own prediction, he will take district number 3, district number 4, district number 5, and district number 7. Now, district number 6 is between Sam Koga and Mike Blewion. The only way anybody can win is how huge a difference of the margin going to be. Like Grace said, I cannot go into your district. You get 100, I get 50. That's not a good thing. If
So
you
we
get
have the
100 in your
numbers for
district,
polling place 1 and polling place 2
yeah,
from the Sakimpa Public School. So in polling place 1, and we're taking the first 2, just the first 2. In polling place 1, Edith Gonglowe, 174 votes. Sam Koga of the MDR, 40 votes. Invalid, 6. In polling place number 2, you have Edith Gonglowe, 159 votes. Sam Koga, 51 votes. And invalid, 5. This is from the Sakimpa Public School with voting precinct code 33154. This voting precinct has 2 polling places, and in polling place 1, you have independent candidate Edith Gonglowe, 174 votes. MDR candidate Samuel Kogai, 40. In polling place 2, independent candidate Edith Gonglowe, 159. And Samuel Kogai of the MDR, 51. invalid 5. So total number of invalid votes from these two polling places, 11. So that's all from this place. We will take the pictures of the official tally sheets and post them in the group for onward publication by the Spoon Talk crew. The members of the Liberian National Police are still present. If I can turn on my video for you to see, this is how pitch dark this place is. And we're
Wow.
about to brace this darkness to move from Sekempa and go all the way back to Sanikule City, but not without taking the pictures of the tally sheets once they pasted on the walls by the NEC workers. The gate is shut and the officers of the LNP are present. In where you see the lights, the lamps provided by the NEC to its polling staff, and those lamps are emanating from the two polling places.
Wow. Bama, thank you very much. Thanks to all of you. We appreciate your time again. A wonderful program. We'll see you in the next segment by the grace of God. Today, guys, honorable great thank you. And we'll see you around the corner. Kev, we'll see you again. Haji, thank you very much. It's all back to you, Lorena and Haji. Thanks a lot. Till we come back again, 8:30 Liberian time. Be blessed. Continue to follow NEC and follow Spoon as we give you more results. Go back on our pages. The results will be loaded likewise. And then we will wait for the final official result from the National Election Commission, which will be given by our honored, respectfully, David Eto Brown Lasana. Thank you very much, folks. See you later.
Okay, Haji, so you can just close up. Let's go.
Yes. So just in an hour from now, you will be getting the full results because we already got them here. We just want to give a little chance for the crew to come in, an hour from now. Then we'll be releasing the result. But the results from Nimba, especially District 1 and District 2, from what I'm seeing from the ones that are coming in, is like a seesaw race between the two formidable, candidates that are contesting the by-election. So, Lorena, thanks so much. It's been a pleasure.
I think most people are really surprised at the results coming in.
Yeah.
You might not be too surprised, but we knew that it was going to be between two candidates. So.
The most important thing, where you saw Madam Gonglo were getting 150, 160, some more, then Koga getting 40. The other results that are coming in, Koga is in 177, while the Lily is in 40, just like that.
So like you said, it's settled. Everybody has a stronghold in their own district.
And the frustrating part is that I'm seeing District 2 from the results I'm getting. And we expect her to come in flying colors in District 2. So if she's now getting, if she allow Koga to wrestle with her in her stronghold, then it means that it's all over for her, because we expect her to take a commanding lead in District 1, District 2, District 9, District 8, then in District 3, District 4, District 5, even District 7, they can wrestle. She can come close to Koga, then she will put all the numbers.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the results here too, but we allow the Spoon Talk crew to talk about it. So many thanks to you, all of you, for following us since this morning. We have been here since 8 a.m. We have been here bringing you updates from Nimba County. That's what we do. We provide a platform. We'll make sure you get all the information until you hear from us later on as the bosses comes on. Spoon Talk, you will now get more results. So we say keep following Spoon TV, Fabric TV, Super TV, and of course, keep following Spoon FM 107.5 and Fabric 101.1 as we bring you more updates about everything happening in Liberia, around Liberia. So wherever you are, whatever you are doing, you are welcome to keep following us. That's what we do. We are here to provide a platform. You need it, and we will make sure you get all the information that you need to get. So many thanks to our guys out there on the field as they go through different parts of Nimba County, as they bring us reports from different districts. Our reporters, directors, and of course, some of our correspondents. We appreciate all of you guys. Damo Slanga, Yekezi Zuokwe, Victor Cooper. We also appreciate you. That's the man Christopher Fun. And other people, I saw that different television stations, online TV, were just relaying everything that we were doing here. We appreciate all of you as well. My name is Lorena Honoré. I've been here, and of course, it's time to take a break. Nelson Collet is going to be here to bring you the program Spoon Talk. He's going to be the producer tonight. So you just keep following. You want to get all the information. That's what we do. We're going to make sure you get it. Until then, we say, my people, have a wonderful evening. Nima Kante Kwado, as we are saying. And at the same time, we say, Pabwa, Aho, yo, my people, ilo man. Let's keep the peace. So many thanks to NEC. Peaceful election. So many thanks to the security. We see the presence of security there in Nimba County. We appreciate that. That makes it even peaceful. Those that couldn't vote, who were late to vote, well, so many thanks to those that were able to vote. Until Spoon Talk comes on tonight for you to get more information, have a wonderful evening from my end.